Yeah. So it's like my jury trial is like 9 days away. Let's see, Monday, Tuesday, then a week. 9 days away. My jury trial for public intoxication. I'm just stunned. The state's not dismissing yet. It's like at the it's at the very end, near trial. What am I standing up for? Anyways, the police claim I was drunk, passed out in snowbank. Well, witness says I was passed out in snowbank. She's not there. Then I ain't got no witness of that. That she saw me passed out in snowbank. Cops arrived. They turned on the body cam. But I guess the police only hold body cams for 250 days for public intoxication. And it's been like 390 some days now. Well, not now, but 300, 365 a year. A year later, after well, a little over a year, when I requested the body cam. So there ain't no body cam to say anything in my defense or for the officer or for the prosecution matter. I mean, I already know about the article newspaper. They put me in newspaper last week. Somebody did. You know, it's pretty depth. I guess it's front page. From I understand, it was front page by one of my people. It was featured. It was featured. Must be front page. Featured somewhere in the newspaper. Featured as far as front page and featured elsewhere. There ain't no comments on either or newspaper. But either of the two newspaper shows printed in February 23rd. Oh, my infamy. And they had to print my, my arrest picture in that paper. I took it badly, you know, like a shaming. Cause the picture made me look like fucking crazy Charles Manson. And then some people say that to me don't matter what I look like. I guess sometimes. Oh, you look like Charles Manson. Usually it's in jail. I don't think. I don't know. But I have a recent reality. So I'm thinking, you know, the officer has choices. Either
Here you go, Mark. You want to plug it in?
it don't matter. I can do it later. So,
It's charged up anyway. I mean, it said unplugged all night, but
all right, thanks.
I haven't really used it.
But anyways, the public intoxication. Okay, under the public intoxication law, drunk in public. If I follow, if I harass, annoy, endanger another life, endanger myself. So I'm thinking the caller, 911 caller. I mean, the police obviously had to do something because they were called, even though they passed me by. I guess from what they said, they passed me by. I doubt they're gonna get the caller, 911 caller, on I'm thinking maybe he won't even play the 911 call. But anyways, so police arrived, right? And caller says, officer, it's 20 degrees outside. I'm not sure if you can smell at 20 degrees outside. Sense of smell. The coldness is like 20 degrees outside. And it's just a smell. I don't believe anybody would have a sense of smell when it's cold outside. But anyway, 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 the officers had when they arrived. They had three options. Three options for a drunk person, accused drunk person, or whatever. The officers claims that he smelled alcohol on me, which I don't see that's likely. 20 degrees weather. I need a professional witness. But anyways, the 20 degrees. I'm shivering, shaking. Probably suffering from hypothermia. Damn. But anyways, the written laws got self-endangerment. That's a condition for public intoxication arrest. But where I was going with this originally is that among the officer's choices, jail, a friend's house, a care house, or a treatment facility, if none of them exist, take suspect to jail. If none of a treatment facility don't exist, take him to jail. There was a treatment facility 2 blocks away, a lot closer than the county jail. A hospital. They had a psychiatric unit inside the hospital, a psychiatric ward. You know what I mean? And where I'm going with this is that I'm in danger myself. I'm in danger to myself. I'm suicidal like. Suicidal like. And uh, the hospitals, psychiatric is, I mean, people are pose a risk of harm to themselves or others or not taking care of himself. Should have, that's commitment, like a psychiatric concern. It's law, you know. It's not criminal law. It's written in like probate or law or family court law. It's not criminal matter. It's civil, right?
I'm just putting her up. We gotta go. Come on, Pixie.
So the officer had a choice to drop me off at the
I
hospital.
want the puppy. I want a puppy like her. She gave me kissy. I want a chihuahua.
Well, it's just a body cam. I mean, well, my recollection's not good of that night. I'm thinking I walked up to the Family Express door to try to get in. Cop pulled up. The gas station's closed.
See this right here? 120 inches
What is it?
of screen projector.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
You think so?
had to get it for the farm.
For the farm? Oh, the farm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
So that way there we can put it on the barn.
Yeah?
And have it play when we're out there having the bonfires and shit.
Oh, I got you. I thought you meant like a farm, like a wheat farm and shit.
No. I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta play music for the wheat plants. It helps
Oh,
get
yeah.
THC, actually.
That's what they say. But yeah.
That's what's up.
You know how much I paid for that?
I don't know what, I don't have a slice.
$40-something.
Yeah, they were talking about projector screen, like or a cloth for projection. I got 165, up to 165 inch projector, 1080. A generic, generic-y. $250. Come with a Roku stick, so a Roku stick's probably like 50, maybe 40. So probably value 210 maybe for the projector, 1080p resolution. Looking for one. Well, I've been seeing that at Walmart, but 1080p went down in price significantly. Versus $1,000. Found, so, I mean, it's generic, so it's not a well built, durable projector that I have, but it works. I mean, but anyways, about the PI law and treatment facility. There's a treatment facility 2 blocks away. Now person self-endangering themselves, cutting themselves or whatnot, suicidal tendencies. I don't know. But I believe I can bring laws up to the jury. Like because I believe, you know, there shouldn't be no criminal aspect of self-endangerment. Victimless. No, just thinking. But anyways, Michigan City is like a partying city, more or less. I mean, versus like Plymouth, Indiana. Plymouth, that's county seat of Plymouth, or of Marshall County. And I would say they either have 1 or 2 bars in the whole city, Marshall, or in Plymouth and Marshall County. 2 bars. The other's a restaurant it like Applebee's franchises that or restaurants that serve alcohol. Plymouth do not really like drunks or promote drinking. Obviously, versus South Bend, Mishawaka, or even my hometown where I got arrested at, Michigan City, Indiana, LaPorte County. But the whole county, it's partying. I'm unsure if LaPorte City allows drinking on their lakes. If yeah, LaPorte City allows drinking on their lakes or not. But Michigan City allowed to drink on the beach, as long as it's not on the beach shore, as long as it's not on the parking lot. Allowed to drink, which permitted, which is like the beach shoreline. So they do allow public drinking at public park. Western Park's the city owned. I mean, not too many cities allow drinking like that on the beach. Like if you go to New Buffalo, Michigan beaches, I don't think any of them allow drinking on the beach. And I'm unsure about Porter County shoreline and Lake County shoreline. I'm not sure about in Illinois. And you go up to the Great Lake to Wisconsin and stuff like that. Wisconsin, I'm not sure what their laws are about drinking on the beach, on the shore, but beach shore. But it's so probably the people who drink flock to Michigan City. I mean, they. It's like Michigan City would probably be the resort of choice for drinkers, or a town of choice, or the beach town of choice of drinkers. It would seem like. So it's a type of tourism crowd that Michigan City obtains, you know what I mean? The drinkers. Marijuana is legal in Michigan City borders. Michigan, the state of Michigan, like past Like right there at the border. There's Michigan, of Michigan City. It's like a neighboring city to Michigan State. And Michigan legalized marijuana not long ago for recreational use. And I think as I understand it, Illinois got recreational use too, of marijuana, which which Illinois begins like in Hammond, Indiana. Well, Hammond, there's two sides of Hammond. There's Indiana side and there's Illinois side of Hammond, which is like 3 counties away. When we got Porter County, and this is like small stretches because these counties just got small speck of the Great Lakes, so it's not like you go through the counties and the county wideness. You know, you just go through the shoreline of the counties, which I don't know. It's like probably 45 minutes away from Michigan City, less than an hour for sure. And they do recreational pot, I guess. I think. I don't know. I'm not sure. But the people got choices of their whatever choices. You know what I mean? Marijuana been decriminalized here in Indiana, but they knocked it down a notch. Like instead of carrying a year, now it carries 6 months for possession of marijuana. I'm not even sure if marijuana users can enjoy it in public or not, or they have to do it in private. I don't know. Illinois and Michigan, I'm not sure if it's openly accepted or behind closed doors. We'll want to bring up the relativeness of alcohol. It's allowed in Michigan City openly on the beach shore. Michigan City did adopted a municipal code to where you can't drink outside of your apartment residence. I guess unless you're sealed off, we can't just sit there outside your front door and just drink without getting a ticket, or maybe it's not residences, maybe it's guests of residences. I know 2 of my friends got cited when I got arrested for PI years ago. I was on. Somehow I got over there on the sidewalk of where I stayed at. And the cop goes, "You're on public property now. I'm arresting you." Cuffed me. I stayed cuffed. You know, cops were around, but they weren't right on me or anything. They didn't even put me in squad car. They cuffed me. Probably want to see if I was going to resist arrest or take off or flea or something. I don't know. They probably thought I was whatever. That's probably why they gave me distance, like 50 feet distance, or 25 to 50 feet. No, about 50 feet, 50 or so feet distance after they cuffed me. Which I didn't think that was for real. Gonna take me to jail that time. I mean, that's another incidents though. But this one, I mean, that public intoxication was dismissed on a plea bargain to take the drunk driving, A, misdemeanor drunk driving, so C, misdemeanor drunk driving. That was a plea bargain deal. Well, I'm thinking, I've been arrested for public intoxication probably like 13 times. I think when DNR arrested me, I got that dismissed the day of jury trial. The day of jury trial. Walked in the courthouse, had to call the prosecutor up to get dismissed. I thought about that DNR case not too long ago, probably yesterday, where DNR had to take 3 of us in for public intoxication. Had to arrest us because they ran out our names. At that time, it was unlawful to be in public drunk, regardless of how the Supreme Court stripped that law, and the state assembly had to make another public intoxication law that's reasonable, more, well, not reasonable, but with certain limitations to it, which they include self-endangerment, which that's what clause that I violated, self-endangerment. And I was thinking, it's not, self-endangerment is not really a criminal matter unless you're doing something criminal of self-endangerment. Unless you do something criminal, like I told her I deleted her number, and she's going. I deleted her number. Oh, this girl, a woman. She said something like, change her number and stuff. And I was like, how about this? I'll just delete your number. Don't contact me again. If you contact me again, we'll get your number back. And what she do? A day or two later, I don't know why I said that. Yesterday, I think. Yesterday. So her number's completely deleted. Well, I can't say, as far as my phone goes, it's deleted, but servers or whatever, I could always get to it. But I wasn't, she ain't worth that much. She ain't that much in my focus. Just out of mind. Out of, it's like Facebook friends. Fall in love, it's best to unfollow them. Then it's best to unfollow them so you don't see their feeds and stuff. If you see their feeds, I guess you have to unfriend them. But I think when you get somebody out of mind, you know. But, but Facebook, for instance, like if you got them, like unfollow them so you don't see their feeds, and then not communicating with them. Maybe communication, probably see the feeds or something. I don't know. Probably start a feed. But it's best not even to do that. I don't know. But I was stuck on a girl up until last year, last February, a year ago. Up a woman, but I was just only her sex toy. She only wanted the sex, nothing more than the sex side. It took me a while to realize what it was about. I mean, not just sex, but the passion too. Well, passion, sex, whatever. It was a fire I had. I just, for her, I just think she was attracted and liked the sex. Liked sex, and but probably wasn't getting her from her husband as often as she wanted. But she was married. Like, for some reason I just fell in love-ish, but I can't say love. Passion. I mean, I was stuck on her. I mean, I known her for long, many years, many years. But yeah, I always had to look at her shit. You know, it didn't matter. Maybe, I don't know. But I believe she was, you know, I didn't have time to go on about my own way, I guess. Because she's feeding me love you stuff too, you know. No, she was feeding me like love you, miss you kind of stuff. I don't know. She was playing me. I mean, playing me for the sexual thing. Wasn't playing me for nothing other than nothing more than that. Like maybe, I don't know, passion, maybe romance, I don't know. That wasn't like financial or nothing like that. And yeah, of course, you're like a woman, you're gonna spend, spend a little bit of money, but you ain't gonna go all out when she ain't with you, you know. Yeah, I just gotta. I'm messing around with another married woman now, but I'm not. I ain't got the passion. Yeah, I got compassion for this marijuana, which I supposed to see her tomorrow morning. Wow. I got court stuff I gotta do, which I was thinking about running to Michigan City and get my court paperwork done, filed or whatever, get it drawn up. Oh my God, I gotta get stuff drawn up like I think by Tuesday and file with the court. I'm thinking about Jen used her real number with me. This married woman ain't using no real number, no nothing. She claims that she ain't doing nothing with her husband, but it kind of slipped out not long ago. Well, in an undeniable way. She said that he pleases her. He knows how to please her. I'm sorry about getting sidetracked. I don't know. I mean, it's on my mind now. Woman. Anyway, I'm monkeying around with 3 right now, kind of. Well, not really, because I never met this woman. I told her delete numbers. Yvonne, which is married, and Ariel. She's a whole crazy. She'll take a whole house full of men, jump from men to men. Yeah, that's how bad she is. But she's young. And the experience with her, for a guy my age, I don't know. It's different compared to a woman my age, you know what I mean? It's like, wow. But I'm thinking, all right, so there's public intoxication. And so I'm thinking, there's a proper treatment facility for me. For me. 2 blocks away. Maybe not for drunks, but for a mentally ill that's endangering themselves. You know what I mean? Of course, the police officer's gonna say, they smelled alcohol. That's the evidence. Police officer. There ain't nothing physical. No physical evidence. That I was drunk. I mean, yeah, I kinda messed up emailing whatever else, but I have to think what they're gonna argue. What the prosecutor's gonna argue. I'm thinking kinda gotta think of what they're gonna do, use or do. 'Cause if you got motion discovery, they're gonna include my driving record. You know, I'm thinking that could file a civil rights suit against the state of Indiana for discriminating the mentally ill. I thought. fucking county, another county over, the opposite direction from here. That's what Fort is. Occurred. They assaulted a suspect in custody and handcuffs. They said spat. I'm thinking spit. I don't know. Spat. I didn't see a spit in the video. But Elkhart, like city police beat up a drunk suspect while he's cuffed in the chair. Hands behind him. He's cuffed from sitting down in the chair. Hands behind him, behind the backrest of the chair. Mouthing off to the officers. The officers went dead off on him. They picked him up for like domestic violence in front of a minor child, drunkenness and stuff like that. The suspect was defiant, obviously, but the officers shouldn't be like, you know, the officers, because they supposed to have a understanding, I guess, a capacity to tolerance. A tolerant. They're supposed to be tolerant, behaved. And there were corporals in Elkhart County, 2 corporals. From patrolman to corporal. And they were suspended until the outcome of the criminal case. They got felony charges. I'm gonna bring up some things to where the jury can debate, you know. I wonder if a person could suffer from PT, post-traumatic stress syndrome, PTSD. From my experience. Arrest, from this arrest. It was a traumatic experience for me. I've done some things that are criminal since then. Federally criminal. Yeah, I got fear going on. Kasemi Sensei, you heard something. You heard that I'm a threat to someone else. This is a guy who did something similar to I did. I think it was at college or something. He threatened something at the college. He was criminally charged with it like a year later. I don't remember what his thing was like. It seemed like it was racial. Maybe not racial separation, but either racial separation or racial integration was something that he threatened his fellow classmates or school or education, place of education. I believe that's what it was. It was racial, but it was either integration or segregation that they had problems with. So I guess he thought that making public threats was the thing to do. You know, in my instances, I would say for me personally, there's like three. 3 or more in my instances. Which, within the last year, ever since I was criminally charged, for self-endangerment, public intoxication. I fear one. Well, actually, I feel all through them. Incidences. I believe, I don't know, it's just dealing with stuff. I don't know. But all through them within years, it's my, I remember I just went cuckoo, nuts. I don't know. I can't do nothing. You know what I mean? Kind of thing, And it's like I had choices. Probably I had choices that night. I could stay up, go to the bar and stay at the bar, and just drink until 3 o'clock, closing. Or I can be excused from the bar if I got too intoxicated. And I could go to the hospital, try to sit out in the waiting room. But they'll chase me off. The only way around that probably is to go to the front desk and, hey, I need help. Then I get help. Well, you know what I mean? What's open at 1:15 a.m.? In Michigan City? I can go down to a gas station, but that would be considered loitering. Loitering is not against the law. I don't think. It might be a municipal law, but if it is, which it ain't jail, it's a ticket. The police would chase me off. Restaurants would be a long hike. That'd be a public place. Being drunk. If, you know, if I can't even say, I can't even say I'm, I can't say I'm drunk because that'd be like a confession. I probably confessed something many times of that. I'm scared I get federal charges though on something on other things that are totally unrelevant about my case. My current totally. I can't bring any of those things up because, it's like it's giving heads up to somebody if they don't. They might be calling the FBI up, hearing this. And of course, the FBI would be looking into it, even if there wasn't no reports filed or authorities wasn't being alerted. The investigation. Then warrant. And then detainment, either here, South Bend, or Hammond. Whichever court the prosecutor files such a matter into. Or maybe one to be local prosecutors. It could be other districts. I think they got like 6 districts per state. U.S. District Courthouse. Got 3, 4. 4 north of Indiana. You got 4 south of Indiana. 8 per state, maybe. District courthouses. U.S. District. And the realm of the United States of America, 50 states. Times 8, if there's 8 in every state, I'm not sure. So we got maybe 200 U.S. District Courthouse. 400. 50 times 8 is 400. You got at least 400 U.S. District Courthouses. Federal law applies throughout the whole land. Stuff could be filed in any federal courthouse. By the FBI, U.S. Marshal, Secret Service. What was that? Drug Enforcement Administration. What's the firearms one? Firearms. ATF, alcohol, tobacco, firearms. IRS. Nah, I don't think IRS. Yeah, I think they do file criminal, like money laundering or something. If you carry more than 10,000. The FBI's got tools galore. They got fucking whole bunch of tools. They can find anything out by anybody. It used to be Patriot Act, when they passed that, it used to be without court order, but now I think courts are digressing away from that court order because they ain't really arresting no. They ain't really arresting any criminals with that anti-terrorism act or bill or Patriot Act or whatnot. They sure ain't arresting no terrorism. They're arresting criminals. They're using it to arrest people for like nationals. They're arresting nationals. I mean, yeah, it seems like they arrest more nationals for violating laws than they are even state laws. E- Even including the all worldwide crime against child child exploitation and child pornography. I mean, you can't. I don't think. Shoot, federal government says told told they got rule or something, a penalty for internet service providers or uploads. They don't report the child stuff. That they'll be held accountable, like fine. They really, they really on that child pornography and exploitation stuff. And the whole road is, which is great, you know. At least our kids can grow up better than kids back when I was a kid, you know. I mean, people growing up and having dysfunctions, you know. There were some people I was shocked to hear that had possession of child porn, you know. They said child porn was found on a computer that they turned into the pawn shop. I'm like, wow. And that particular guy don't remind me of a child pornography person, but who knows what what knows what those people behave or present, you know. But I guess there's a lot of those child pornographers or people that got arrested. A good number of them, good some. I would say the federal prisons are getting filled up with them, which is, you know, they are on the move right now, decriminalizing drug stuff. The war on drugs. I mean, there's still a war on drugs, but they ain't they finally let off a little bit, you know. And so they got this space when they let off them, bed space, whatever, and they decided to go after something that's more demeaning, I guess. That's less humane. I mean, yeah, I just think, yeah, fucking. Speaking of, I fought this one guy that got convicted of a child thing.
back when I was young. I want to say, when was that? 98, maybe 99, 2000, 2001, sometime around there. Yeah, 2000. Back in 2000, 2001. Uh, this guy that fucking. This is one dude I met too. Probably a long time association. Friend, buddy that I used to hang out with. I met this one dude and he seems pretty decent, you know what I mean? We hung out and shit. Well, for some reason he didn't feel like being disturbed or some shit. So I thought it was funny, you know. For some reason we had tampons. Maybe he borrowed a tampon and put blood on it, put it on his doorknob. Well, next thing I know, we're being contacted by Mission City PD, the detectives who do the special crimes victims investigations, like SVU, sex crimes, and I'm like, damn. So it gave me like, and I mean, we never know this guy. Me and my buddy didn't know this guy's background, you know. But you know, but the officers that approach us, you know, pointing that sex crime, or a sex convict or sex girl. So anyway, so I looked him up, found out that he was charged for a sex crime of a minor, and so here I'm posting it around apartment buildings and shit like that, so everybody would know that this the guy's a sex criminal. I was sober for like 2 or 3 months. And I just felt embarrassed. I guess bottom line is that I felt embarrassed because I hung out with the sex criminal on and off for like a couple weeks. And yeah, I was embarrassed, ashamed to get convicted of a sex crime. With minor children. I mean, rape a woman is different, you know what I mean? Children, they can't. Who knows, rape a woman is true or not? Because I've been probably accused of such. And then it seems like my recollections are different than the accuser, of course. I mean, I was never criminally charged with a woman, but when it comes to two grown adults, I mean, there's a element like how do clothes come off? I think when a woman undresses herself, that's consent. I mean, before I was accused, you know what I mean. But I thought when she take her clothes off in my company, that's consent. They even helped to take them off. And it's agreement between two, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I got investigated because I was accused of such. And I know from my experience that rape is kind of iffy. Yeah, very iffy. Blah, she was trying to get me in trouble, not with only Indiana, but also with Illinois authorities, or by stating an incident over there, which I told detectives, she furnished me the Viagra. She gave me a Viagra. I mean, there is nothing more consenting than giving a man a Viagra. But anyway, so I can understand, you know, between two adults, I ain't gonna say that guy is restrained with the sex drive. I mean, a young man is not really that restrained with that hormone. With his hormone thing. I mean, to a woman, a grown, considering adult woman, but if it comes to self gratification, when it comes to a child, there's something wrong there. But anyways, about this dude, you know, I was embarrassed to hang out with him. Found out he's, you know, got approached by the police to leave him alone. Realized that he's a sex criminal. Got myself kind of built up a little bit while I was sober. And then I began drinking this night. Saw this dude by the payphone by our building. And decided to fucking to fight. And the maintenance guy came in to help him. And also fought the maintenance guy. I was arrested for what the cop asked me, and I didn't really restrain my Fifth Amendment right. Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, is it Fourth Amendment? Ryan versus Arizona, to not to inform. The cop asked me. I don't even think she read me my rights, but she asked me. I said, hell yeah, he fucking molests kids. You know, like he deserves, you know. Like, at this point, I'm just got GED education in life. Growing up ignorant, dropped out of school at 9th grade. GED educated. Young, probably in my 30s, probably 30 years old. Just hit 30. Took matters in my own hand, which I did apologize to him years later. Of course, I went to jail for a 60-day plea bargain, 60 days time served plea bargain for 2 batteries. Maybe plea bargain down to 1. 1 battery in 60 days. That's what I told him. Hey, that's what I want. I had a court appointed attorney. I don't know how much time I would have gotten out of that. I mean, I probably would have gotten, I doubt if I would have gotten 30 in probation. Yeah, 60. Now that I think about it, yeah, 60. Well, it could be as high as 90. Executed. But, not, yeah. So, but somewhere in my life, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I kind of realized that I overstepped somewhere. Yeah, I've been around chomos since then, but, disgusting. I was in prison with one, I felt like killing him the whole time. He was my bunkie. I want to be, I want to stay away. This is, I mean, yeah, it's a sickness, but it's a criminal sickness. And all of them got arrested with the state. Everybody knows where they live at, or not to let the kids go around, you know. And probably, I mean, I can't imagine having an easy life, being a outcast, a pariah, infamy, get that stigma, the stigma that don't go away. And you got registered. With the police like every week or something. I mean, some of them I feel bad. I mean, I can't say some of them. It's, to me, a crime against a child is not proper. But it's one guy, you know, which I saw in prison, and I thought I recognized him. Jack Heights. You know, He was accused of raping a woman back in 90, 94. And I saw him in prison. He was like constantly in trouble for that, like 20 years. I mean, it's like the first time he'd been in trouble for any trouble, and he hasn't gotten in trouble until recently, like within the last few years, when he finished all the, rape bullshit up. But they kept on putting him in prison for that same rape case. Kept on for like fucking 20 years, And his first time offender, it's like Tyson at 6'3", done. But they just kept on messing with this guy. They kept on messing with him 20 years. And the maximum penalty anyway, you know what I mean? But they kept on messing with him for the whole day. I want to say, yeah, about 20 years. Red string or something, or I don't know what his felled up things was, but why they kept on fuck with him. I guess it was a 20-year long ordeal he had to face because he was accused of raping someone, and originally he beat the trial the first time, but due to he brought in some witnesses that lied to the jury that the jury's decision of not guilty was voided, and they retried him. And then found him guilty the second time, which is 623. Underneath the no trouble guidelines and not being in trouble. What I was gonna say about that, I don't know what the victim looks like. Jack back then is probably like 18, 19. Obviously, hormonal prime. And he does get pretty woman, you know what I mean? It's just that urgency, to I guess he made passes at the woman a couple times, but for some reason he decided to take it, I guess. This is the accusation, anyway. Because I read his motion of discovery. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, I read his motion of discovery like 25 years ago. So I'm going by recollection, but I was young, something young you're going to remember for a while. That's why they say young minds are impressed, you know what I mean? But from his discovery, he said that he snuck in. He snuck in, and there was a scent of some kind of cologne or some shit. Snuck in her house or something, and no weapons. And brought himself upon her. He said that his attorney, I think it was Jonathan Forker, advised him that he paid to represent him at trial, to bring in a witness to verify that he had an alibi, that he was where he was at. I'm not sure how they figured that was a lie testimony. But I'm sure he ran a red kit on her. That's probably how, you know. But you couldn't be there because we got the DNA. We got your DNA. But if they had the DNA, then how would they convict him? Or, I mean, how would he win his jury trial? The first one. I get read up about all that. Because I'm curious. I mean, now I'm going to trial. Yeah, I don't intend to lie at all. I don't intend to. No, I don't see no reason I should lie about anything, you know? Fact is fact. Fact is supportive. There ain't nothing for me to lie about. I don't know. This seems like the mentally ill. What they do.
seems like the mentally ill always gets exploited. You know what I mean? Somehow, I mean everywhere. I mean, from a slow person, you can ease them to think, scam them, easy. From the then some of them just homeless. They don't really get any help or don't know how, and help is hard to find. Staying on the streets or living in a cardboard box, eating, living, have to take a pee. That's breaking the law, written law. Peeing, got the urge, but you ain't living nowhere, so where you gonna pee at? I mean, I had other places. I saw my psychiatrist. I drank so much coffee before I saw my psychiatrist. So I had caffeine's a diuretic that makes you want to pee frequently. But anyways, I get done with my psychiatrist visit. Left out there, I grabbed the bus. I'm like, oh, this woods. I got pee bad. I'm walking down, fucking figuring out woods I could walk in. I'm walking. I had a back hike to go near where my doctors, my psychologist, like, there's a church between psychiatrist and medical group, which medical group has a bathroom. But I went in the bathroom. Their medical group ultimately, like about a half hour, I had to go pee bad. So bad where I didn't think I was gonna hold it. Oh, I can't pee out in public. What am I gonna do? Urinate on myself? It was like pressing, urinating, pressing. Wow. Sometimes urinating is better than sex. Oh boy, the relief from holding it so long. Especially under the influence of coffee, caffeine. And I already know at Michigan City's already looking for something to rest me over. You know what I mean? Looking for something else, anything. So, of course, I had to get out of there. You know what I mean? I only go there for appointments by train, by bus. But, it's like laws, you know what I mean? They got that, urinating and trash. Littering. I mean, laws are for everybody, you know what I mean? But regardless of sick or not, but obviously fucking if the mentally ill murder somebody, yeah. We don't want them to get off of murder because they're mentally ill, you know. Or in my case, intimidating or threatening the life of another, or a violent outrage or whatever whatever it's called. By state law, it's called intimidation, a level 6. But in federal law, it's a 5-year felony. Like, within my state, if I intrude on another state person, another person within my state, that'd be a state law that rather once you've been level 6 felony, which carries 3 years or a year and a half with time cut. With good time, I mean, not time cut, good time. But if it's through state lines, it's federal. I did it 3 times after my arrest. I do not know how to handle things. I mean, obviously, the court is where I should go if I got disputes, you know what I mean? I mean, that's what normal people are doing, I guess. They go to courts, or if I'm victim, even if I'm victim of crime, I go to police. Police don't do nothing. They act like it's a civil matter. If it's a criminal wrongdoing, you know what I mean? Done wrong to me, you know what I mean? A victim of a crime. But the court does what? Does it do me right? I needed help. But they didn't give me help. They punished me for endangering myself. I was just sick. I don't know. I'm just thinking about the potential trouble I could get into. On the federal level. Well, yeah, federal. If you threaten to harm or hurt someone else, 5 years. 5 years. It carries 5 years. Being held at a county jail near the federal holding, which is a county jail near a federal courthouse. Like here in South Bend, be St. Joseph County Jail. Lake County would be the one in Hammond. There's a jurisdiction thing too. And elements of proof, of evidence, is one of them.
is undeniably me. But anyways, here I am, a customer. Anyway, I'm a customer. I ain't got the rights and privileges of other customers. No rights, no privileges like other customers have. And I do what with it? I can't call 911. Now I'm going to help with a problem with a customer and business relations. Where do I go? Courthouse and file and pay him $165 for a filing fee? No, really. $165. Just to resolve the problem. Ultimately, this is what I did. A reason with my rational mind to resolve it. Was to call bank to cut off transactions to get back that money that was expended to the corporation. That's and then not long ago I had a political dilemma. I'm thinking that what kind of government that arrests people, arrests sick people, you know? What kind of government arrests sick people? In history, didn't Germany do that? I can see one thing, you violate law, you know?
I don't know. But anyways, that rest did mess me up. Oh, it messed me up. Got me relocating to another city outside my birthplace, you know? It got me relocating to a place outside my birthplace, nearby city, so I can feel safe, secure. And it doesn't matter if I'm homeless or not, you know? Leasing now, but I mean, of course, I had to start somewhere, relocating, just leave town, go to new town. I can't afford no place. I probably could, but I don't know. I'm glad I saw my psychiatrist, Like Friday, a couple of days ago, I was seeing my psychiatrist. I'm glad that something pushed me over the edge that I needed fear, because that newspaper article, it was like beaming back at me. I mean, even though I haven't threatened anyone, physical harm. I mean, over here, within the state. No wonder. So I'm in Blue County, Blue Liberal, because I see the difference, red, red, blue, red, blue. There's a difference. There's a difference of government. I mean, even though there's extremists, blue, the extreme blue would be communism. The extreme red would be like fascism, like Benito Mussolini, Adolf Hitler, etc., etc. Russia was like blue for a while until the fall of communism. No, I don't know. But Russia just seemed like a red absolute. No. But Germany, under Adolf Hitler, they took away all the Jews' property, forbid anybody from doing business with, forbid anybody to do business with the Jews. Look what's going on with this right now with even Sabrina uh, Ming something, the Huawei, that corporation, that number 2 smartphone that has the second smartphone market share. She was arrested in Canada and the United States warrant for trading with Iran. We got sanctions like against Russia. I'm not sure still or whatnot. Got sanctions with Iran. I'm sure that Russia and China will always trade. But the government can't force them not to trade. Can't lock anyone in China for trading with Russia, right? For taking Chechnya. But I guess Sabrina Ming, this number 2 market share smartphone maker, she was trading with Iran. U.S. technology stuff, but whatever. She got arrested on a U.S. warrant in Canada for 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 her China citizenship. She's Chinese, doing business with Iranese. So we're individuals right here, right? I mean, it's like the Jews. It's like what Adolf Hitler says: do not sell to the Jews. Do not trade with them. They forbid it. But wait till in the world. Do not trade with Iran. And now we're doing Venezuela. Do not trade with Venezuela. Well, it's okay to trade with Russia because they took over Chechnya. Thank you. You get what I'm saying? Just like Adolf Hitler that forbidden anybody to buy or sell from the Jews. In my scope, I mean, even though I'm mentally ill, whatnot, my scope, I do not like America. There's something wrong here, economically, politically. I just can't put my finger on it. But I know when a Democrat is in office, I feel safe. I mean, I feel at peace, rest, or whatever. I feel safe and secure when a liberal is in office, executive office. It's kind of like that song, Mother, by Big Floyd. Mother, should I trust the government? Because blues don't cause wars. I mean, besides Wilson, he's smuggling, I guess, England arms within a cruise cargo, within a luxury cruise ship back in 1913 or something. And Germany's, I don't know whether they bombed it or something, or seized or hurt people or I don't know. But that's like 1913, I guess. Maybe 14. The Winter War, I guess. But what? I mean, we can't do that no more because they have a thing of war now. You can't use hospitals. You can't be military. Can't be on a civilian aircraft. I mean, they can, but you know what I mean. They can't hide. Pursuing enemies, whatever, on an aircraft of civilians. So I'm thinking, no more smuggling arms and cruise airlines. No more smuggling arms and cruise ships as part of that, whatever. The law, rules of law, or rules of oil, war, engagement, biological weapons too. How it seems like okay. It seems like I don't know. Afghanistan, Iraq, and Libya. I don't even think there was a war against Libya, but I remember Gaddafi was shot by a NATO guy. A NATO troop. Seemed like it was a war with Libya, but I don't remember a declaration of war against Gaddafi or Libya. You think about it, Iraq is pretty small. Afghanistan, barren lands. I imagine they got one guy a mile. I don't picture Afghanistan being populated. I picture it be like no man's land, like desert, camels. In Iraq, has some kind of population. In Libya, seems like Libya would be more crowded with people. But no. But regardless, Libya was like brief. We just took Gaddafi. No more power for Gaddafi. And that was it, right? I think. Iraq, we invaded. Stayed over there for, I don't know, a couple years or longer. Afghanistan, yeah, it was over there, but we didn't really invade it. We just, I don't even know. I don't even remember what happened. The leader of Afghanistan, for some reason. I'm sure they changed it, changed some kind of power structure. but these wars, yeah, you don't have rebels, whatever. People saying, get out of our business. You shouldn't be over here, you know? It's like the police coming to, yeah, it'll be just like the police coming between a couple, a domestic fight. Yeah, but police are authority. I mean, what was his nation? Yeah, it's the same thing, authority. Our nation. But who gave us that authority? The world gave us that authority? Are you kidding me? But I guess where I'm getting, I guess wars ain't like it is, like Vietnam where a million, Vietnam. This is after World War II. A million troops died. That was a sad war. I guess the reason for Vietnam was to stop the spread of communism. But is communism a bad thing? I mean, you're looking around, seeing democracy, which is not really a democracy, because every is it 50,000 or 100 million? 50. Like every 50,000 of us, or 100,000. Every 100,000, we got representative. So we got one guy to speak for every 100,000 of us that's scattered throughout. You know, one guy for every 100,000 that represents 100,000. The lawmakers. I mean, I don't really see. That's the lawmakers. I mean, one lawmaker for every 100,000 people. A representative don't get paid that much. They like, I don't know, like businessmen who's gotta do other things to make their living besides being a representative. Because they don't get paid. They don't get paid like a senator, right? That guy's very busy in making his own living and got to represent 100,000 people. I'm thinking about contacting my state representative Indiana law at abuse. But I'm thinking my psychologist is right though. I mean about me myself. I mean, this is just about a different matter about which I'm not criminally charged yet. But that is something scary though. The fear that could end up as someone that could be federally investigated. Anyone wants to say I'm crazy? PSTD. I can claim I got PTSD because this criminal case against me. Cause I don't think I did that shit before. Yeah, I harassed a fucking attorney, but I had threatened him a couple years ago. 2 or 3 years ago, I threatened that attorney. I mean, not to harm him physically or violently, but I threatened action, legal action, legal maneuver. I threatened to contact the bar association on him. I probably fucking called him like fucking numerous times, like fucking over a week. Messages, email, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I was on him, just like he fucking was prying my fucking credit and all my credit shit, you know? I mean, fucking month after month, he's seeing my credit shit, you know? Prying in my life, you know, my business. Legally, you know? Legally, prying in my business, you know? And it's written on my credit report. I mean, I saw a check by such and such attorney. For real. Oh yeah, that's the best way to get a credit report for free. Well, I guess they're supposed to give you one.
copy of it was a year. Good luck with that, but the best way I found out that we get a fucking thorough report about everything, every kind of fucking scope and eye. It's by claiming uh, a possible fraud, or not fraud, but suspicious activity, lock your credit, whatever, lock your credit report in like 90 days, they'll lock it. Then they send you a fucking thorough copy of fucking your credit report. You'd be able to see every prying eye on you.
Yeah, attorney's got that power. Yeah. Yep. Especially if they're collecting a debt. Their purpose is collecting a debt. So they take a peek at your credit record, your 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 taxes, your job. They take a peek legally. Huh. I was so annoyed about that. The attorney, man, I fucking harassed him like a motherfucker for at least a week. He fucking gave up. He was already being under bar association. What do they call it? Penalty or punishment or something. Either fined or something. But he said that, yeah, he already had an issue, a consequence. And I'm sure that he didn't want another complaint filed against him. Man. Speaking of prying and stuff like that, the Indiana, the whole court shebang's online, free of charge, for anybody to scope out anybody. You know what I mean? That's bothersome enough. Oh yeah, then we got the sheriffs all throughout Indiana who wants to sell our information to a third party to run their organization, sheriff organization, I guess. You know, sheriff organization, whatever it's called. Yeah, it's government. But they're selling my information about me, to third parties. You know? Like fucking mugshot and all. Obviously, the mugshot. I mean, you can tell. You can tell the mugshot. I need your rest, you know? Because that mugshot, you need your rest. And, and you can tell which one is from which arrest. Whether it's a back file, picture, or whatever. But from. But, whew, that's with an inmate records, though. Oh, yeah, it'll say the housing and all. Like, such and such is arrested. It's mugshot. His booking mugshot. He's housed. Where he's housed at. A house within the jail. I mean, birth date. Birth date, that's private information. You know what I mean? Birth date. They don't, that, at least Indiana does not include the birth date on the well, they do is not often. I mean, at least they don't give out. They used to give out something more, but they quit doing it. Thank God. And I know Mackey's and Dax Pop, they uh, they used to report something, but it's no longer included in. I mean, for one, they'll have my address. They ready to see where I live at. My height, and my birthday. I mean, I can understand that there's people that can get mixed up, you know, because of birth dates and stuff like that. I believe they used to give telephone numbers of defendants. Yeah, I believe they used to include telephone numbers, but they don't know more. But anyways, you can tell the sheriff sells information to third parties because of the booking picture. Because the booking picture won't be in the newspaper. It won't be. It might be within the clerk of the court or within the county sheriff's department. So, which powers is the sheriff? It don't seem like the feds release information like that. Because finding something out about anybody through the federal system is like incredibly difficult. So I can't see the feds sharing their NCIC stuff. NCIC because average Joe cannot access NCIC. Wow. I don't think anybody can. NCIC is kind of, it's really difficult. success. I don't know. I think it's impossible unless you're law enforcement. Anyways, so some of my information is being sold to third parties by the county. I mean, everybody's involved with the criminal thing. Information, sheriff sells, or the county sells. Who knows who's county clerk or I got an issue with that too, you know. 'Cause I don't want to be stigmatized, you know. I want to date, whatever else. If a girl finds me interested, she's gonna look me up. Or kind of interested, you know. Gonna look me up, find my shit. Oh, she just taps in Google, finds all my shit. You know, I typed in my name on Google or DuckDuckGo. I like DuckDuckGo better than, well, I like Google too. Because Google's easy, you know. Chrome browser and type in it. It's like the fastest internet browsing browser tool there is. It's fast, efficient, convenient. Everything pops up quickly, no delay. I like DuckDuckGo though, because everything's private. Everything's private. And there's other browsers that are private too. There's like, I don't know. But DuckDuckGo, I don't know. DuckDuckGo just kind of, you don't get as much. Like if I want to search for a picture of somebody or something, DuckDuckGo is not visually stimulating like Chrome. Chrome is fucking visual instantly. Advertisement, so. And usually there's a difference between those two. There's Firefox, there's Microsoft Edge, Tor, like fucking super private searching, online presence. But anyways, release that too, you know. This is why I like it, you know. If a cat pulls up to apprehend a suspect, or hasn't want somebody within this building to have to get through 3 doors to get to my section of the building. I have my door. I mean, I don't know how well the landlord. I mean, I don't. Would they give me a heads up? Doubt it. I pay rent weekly, so of course they know my name. I mean, say my name. Oh yeah, he stays at such and such room. You know. I can move out, come back, and assume name. Because you don't check IDs. And transactions of cash. Oh. During my time though, I mean I would say, last 5 years of my life, I had once from my rest where I was staying at a motel. So I guess motels do not call in the name of their guests to the police to get them checked out. Airbnb, they do. Hostel stay, hostess, you know, that's Airbnb stuff, which is cheaper than motels. And Airbnb is like around the grandeur, safest for majority of you folks out there that, you know, want to guarantee your safety and stuff and are away from the riffraff. Unless you prefer a place that's got security inside, like Holiday Inn had. What the Holiday Inn do? Go bankrupt or something? Marriott, you know, places that got security. Casinos, motels. You know, those got security. You know, if you want, by Airbnb, they screen out their guests. I forget where I was going with this. Let me back up. Can't back up. Anyway, Oh, I know where I was going with this. I had a warrant. I stayed I was staying at 910 Michigan City at that time when the police was doing a warrant raid. Michigan City does warrant raids like I think twice a year. And they get together and they just do a warrant sweep. You know, everybody's got a warrant sweep. I was staying in a motel room. I was, the next morning and shit, buddy says, "You asshole, you gave the clerk my address." For his address, my residence. And they show up for court. And when they do their bi-yearly warrant sweep, I wasn't living there. I just gave him the clerk my address. I mean, situations changes. I mean, what address am I gonna give? Sometimes I'm homeless, or don't know where I want to be, or in the middle of deciding where I'll post a bill, or this is what I gave him my address because there's no contact order. I couldn't be around my ex. And of course, they arrested me for being around my ex. Me and her was having problems. Me and her was having problems at that time. He was trying to get back together, kind of. And we've been apart for like 2 months, which I broke up, left. I broke up, left. And she's talking to other men. So, I wasn't. The reason I broke up is because some guy, Facebook poked her. And, one, no, she Facebook poked some guy. And the text before that, the guy was obviously interested in her breast. So I guess Lisa was. I guess I wasn't satisfying Lisa. I had to take some things internally. I just can't externally. It's whatever. But you understand. I mean, but I didn't take it internally then, I was just mad because she's Facebook poked a guy that wanted to fuck her, well, that wanted carnal knowledge from her. And next day, I had a minor cold or something. I was sick, I needed rest. But she came home from work next day, and I agreed that I was going to fix her something, so she was hopeful that I was going to fix her something to eat. And which I slept. She asked me what I did. I just said play with a dog. I forgot that I slept, Fortunately, people that were around, that was there, you know, said it, because I forgot. She asked me what I do, but she was mad because I didn't have. She was hopeful for something to eat. I didn't have nothing. I didn't prepare nothing for her to eat. Anyways, so she's mad at me, we're arguing a little bit. I fucking went outside, whatever. in the shed. And then I guess about an hour later, uh, her grandkid's aunt came outside, asked me if I wanted to at least approve that I could go with him. And while I'm riding around the mission from Bremen to, I realized I was pissed off because the guy was poking her. Now, or no, I mean not poking her, but that she Facebook poked this guy that's interested in her for sex. So that was the start of the breakup, but of this breakup. Mind you, I had no contact order at this time. But I had purchased tickets to before we broke up. I purchased tickets to take her to the music fest, and I don't know. I had by this time anyway. I mean, she was acting. There's issues that were going on long before this, to where I fucking decided to have access to her phone information. I didn't have access to her texting, but I had access to her location and her calls. And anyways, after the concert, probably like a week after me and her broke up, maybe 10 days, she's talking to this guy after the concert. She didn't even say she was with me on Facebook. But anyways, me and her broke up like altogether it's 2.5 months, but like within the second month or something. I mean, when I'd done her wrong, harassment. I harassment to her whole family members. Like, there's no contact order. That's in her family members' news of her that she sent to a guy, like spread eagle, like her whole cohescent was showing. I mean, it was total view of her organ. And I sent that to like 4 or 5 of her family members. I'm like, I'm here being a man, and she messes around. I mean, that was her. Yeah. I mean, my head was so messed up and stressed because I'm thinking that she's sleeping with this Eric guy. I think that was his name, Eric, that she's been talking to on the phone and stuff. Because I couldn't get a hold of neither one. I couldn't threaten him, he's not contacting me back. She ain't contacting me back. So I was under the assumption. So that was probably the stress and the headache part. Oh man, I had a fucking extreme headache.
in the midst of sending her family members pictures and stuff like that. And I was staying at her daughter's house. And then I left her daughter's house, went over to her grandkids' dad's house. And then for a couple of days or something, her daughter keeps on saying, I don't know what to think about you. Now, I don't know what to think about you now. I mean, obviously I done her wrong, so of course I'm gonna feel bad, I guess. Eventually you gonna feel bad. Whatever, if you do somebody wrong, you gonna feel something. So, I thought I was done with her. But I guess it was that aspect of guilt for doing that. I got, me and her back together, which she picked me up in Michigan City and she got pulled over. And, because I wasn't wearing a seatbelt. And, so I went to jail. That cop was being a dickhead too. Oh my god. I had a warrant from Marshall County. The cop says, well, Marshall County don't want you, but we're gonna follow this one. We're gonna follow a charge on you for violating no contact order. But anyways, that's why I felt up here at court of. And that's why I fell up here in court and that, but Marshall County don't want me. Mayor's fixing to get back together. I sure ain't gonna give the court her address. And plus, I wasn't really staying at her house yet. Meter's not back together yet, technically, Meter's just going out. So, it's like a half hour, fucking please, whatever. But so me and her went to, I got arrested and she wasn't even thinking about me. She went over to this dude's house and fuck him, the one that, that night. But I guess she didn't fuck him before then. The guy who she poked on Facebook that started a breakup. When we broke up, she waited until I got arrested, which is like a couple months later. Maybe a month later. A couple months later. Because me and her was apart like 2.5 months. But, But anyways, that's why I gave the clerk this dude's address. I didn't know that at the place I was staying at West Lafayette anyway. And I figured, if I give him local address, I'll be given a reasonable bond, whatever it is. And bond, it was a misdemeanor. I think 8 misdemeanors or 600. Judge decreased it down 300. I don't know why they're so hard on me in this PI. It's like this last time I was in criminal trouble. I mean, I ain't got no history. I mean, in that county anyway. I ain't got no history of violating the restraining order. It stems from a domestic battery. The no contact order stems from domestic battery. 6 months prior. But anyways, me and her got together and standing down her and just didn't deal with either court case. I had an attorney waiting to be hired for one in Marshall County for 1,000. I had that money waiting at the clerk's office for that bond, on that charge. But anyways, after I got out, the attorney, Marshall County, called me. I'm like, yeah. Because I knew I had to get that in Marshall County. So I won't have that no contact or deal over my head. But me and her got in trouble. I could have had everything fixed. But no, I just didn't deal with it. Put it off over her house. Didn't pay dilly. She got expensive on me though. We got back together. After 2.5 months, she got expensive. Wanted to go out and eat all the time. I think I should write her a letter. But she's not. I don't know. No.
But anyways, yeah, was that failure? Yeah, because I didn't show up, and me here did break it up later on again. I mean, I believe that this time it was like over with. I had to move on. I decided it was time to move on. It was like October. The dog ran. See what happened was the dog ran into my knee. I mean, after me and her got together, and plus I'd asked my buddy to fucking deposit some money so I won't have overdraft charges. Because she was expensive. And, and winter's coming. Jacket was needed. I don't know. Like, and this is like October. A dog. Like tough people trying, that raise a puppy, they're not older, they're not fragile. My leg is injured, you know what I mean? The dog likes to charge into people, and charging my knee. Oh man, I was so hurt. I was in pain, bad. I was afraid that some dog messed something up in my knee because it's like surgical stuff. And so I went to, I laid outside for like a good 15 minutes. It seemed like longer because, pain, it hurts so bad. At least 15 minutes I was outside. Well, probably 15 minutes. It felt like forever for the pain until my brain finally realized this pain, click in those endorphins or whatever to ease away the pain. But my brain did work. Lisa called me. I said, hey, I said, I got hurt. On your way home, could you bring back some ibuprofen? She did. But I was like, I gotta go to the emergency room. Or I didn't say that, but she said that. I was like, but I can't go to Bremen. Because I was afraid that Bremen would check shit out. What good is it from, Bremen, I'd be outside her yard mowing, so it's like cops pass by and stuff. I'm at my victim's house mowing her grass, and before, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. But, oh, but she didn't feel like taking me to the only safe place I feel like going is Lakeland. With it, you know, because I was afraid local hospitals would be checking for warrants and stuff. Well, I believe they used to do that. I don't do that no more. I don't know. But that's why I want to go to Lakeland. She only want to take me the next day. Uh, but anyways, yeah. So she don't feel like taking me, but next morning she wakes up and said that she slept good too. Fuck, I was in pain half the night. I mean, not real bad pain, but well, I think it's more about the fear that my leg would need to be cut off or something. Thinking that she ain't gonna stick by me if my leg got cut off. And she's sleeping good and fucking wake up talking about $10. Of course, I'm desperate to get to the hospital. Okay, $20 I think it was. I don't know. But yeah, was it the dog? Hmm. I'd say about the next weekday or two, Mayor broke up. I tried everything. It took me a while to move on. I had to move on. I mean, it wasn't working out, obviously. Got domestic, my very first domestic battery over a woman. Huh. Which I had a resolve later on. If I would honor that fucking no contact order, the move down process would begin sooner. The grieving and all that stuff. I mean, I like some things about the courts. You know, the no contact order on domestic violence that's a blessing. Because obviously there's problems there. I mean, I broke the law. I broke the law. And slapped her twice. And from her grandkids. And why did that? I was just stressed. I was doing a lot for a woman. She didn't think it was enough. And reacted. Like automatic. Automatic. That no contact order really did really the workings of it, whatever. I mean to protect the victim, but secure the state witness. And I could see the state benefit behind it. And I also could see the offender of domestic violence side too, you know, the benefit, you know. There's issues. Stay away from each other until this case gets handled. Then the victim likes the victim, and then after we get to conviction, the victim decides if the no contact order stays or goes. But we're done with our business. We just want our witness, our victim. We just want our victim to convict you. That's probably what it is, more or less. Like the victim to convict. It's probably more for the state thing to secure the conviction than it is for the. Of course, it helps out the victim too, but that's probably why it passed, because it helps out the victim and the state. To convict the offender. And of course, I can continue it, I guess, for 2 years. A year, maybe 2. I don't know. I mean, the victim can. But I think the no contact order goes away after the conviction. Unless the defendant wants it in place. Or, yeah, the victim. But, yeah. But at least it was like my second cohabitable girlfriend. I cohabitated with her. First one, it didn't work out so well. Oh my God. Not for neither one of us. But I would say my first cohabital, she, she was a better woman. Yeah, we all got faulties. We all got faults and stuff. I mean, better, not better. I mean, it depends on what I mean by better. Jane was more attractive, more about me. The other side of Jane, she was addicted. To stimulants. Lisa, the good side is, she owns 2 houses. Has a 9-year work history at one factory. But Lisa, it's not cheap. And it's not cheap. And she's carefree. She's like a tin man. Wizard of Oz. She was an addict until a few years ago. And I went back to her. I mean, after I healed, I fell in love. Passion side, love, hate, passion sides. But fucking, I loved until I fucking hurt. It's just like this criminal case kind of, you know what I mean? Passion. Passion. Passion driven. Passion driven, man. That's who I am. I'm passion driven. Yeah. Well, this is a 3.5 hour video. I'm thinking about going over there, going to a website and say POF and say I'm passion driven. Enough said. Passion driven. Looking for a woman to become next passion.